Good morning, everyone. This is Kendall Askins from Stimulating Minds. We are on all platforms, but Askins Stimulates over on Instagram. And I'm joining you guys this morning. I want to share some things with you. It is back to school. Some of you and some of your children have already gone back, and some of you are preparing to go back within the next couple of weeks. And I just want to share this story as you're going back to school. So as you know, Stimulating Minds offers a variety of services. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is our tutoring services and how we help other students have academic success. And so I was working with a student the other day and giving her some problems to do on her own. And there, I gave her a few minutes and I checked in with her. And then, she shared with me that she wasn't sure how to do a problem. So as we were going through the problem that she thought she didn't know how to do, it actually turned out that she did know how to do the problem. And she had gotten the problem correct with very little help from me. I had just asked her a couple of questions. She was able to answer them correctly. And we went through. And when we finished the problem, I said to her, what stopped you? What stopped you from attempting this problem, just even trying it, or even doing this problem on your own? And she said, well, I wasn't sure, right? I wasn't sure. And I said to her, okay. I said, well, what would be the worst thing that would happen if you attempted it and you weren't sure? And she said, I'd be wrong. I said, great. I said, and what would be the best thing that would happen? And she said, and I would be right. And I said, yeah, so the worst is that you would be wrong. And if you were wrong, what would be the consequence of that? You would go over it with me. Exactly. And I said, and if it was good, if you got it, it'd be nothing. So I said, so it's not so scary, right, to get it wrong? And she said, no, it is still extremely scary. And it made me stop and think. And I'm like, whoa, this child who I thought I was going to get to see that fear stopped her from trying. And I got her to see that the consequence of her getting something wrong really wasn't anything major. And yet her fear was so strong that it still didn't matter, that she understood that the consequence was minimum. She was allowing her fear and still felt that it was scarier to try and get it wrong than it was for her to know that even if I get it wrong, it would be okay. And so to me, that made me freeze. It really made me freeze in my tracks, and it made me think about how captivating and how crippling fear really is. And as we are beginning to go back to school, as you are beginning to prepare your children, to support your children, I want you to think about, we are so afraid to fail. Our children are so afraid to fail that they're not even trying. They're not even trying. And what happens to 100% of the shots you don't take? You miss them. If you don't take any shots, you miss them. And so if we have our children that are out here that are afraid to get things wrong, they're afraid to fail at things, they are not going to learn. They're not going to have the ability to be the best version of themselves. Here's the thing. Without risk of failure, there can be no success. And we don't even know how close we are to our success. Our children don't know how close they are to a success because they're afraid to try. My student knew what to do, but she was afraid to try, and it crippled her. And as a result, her confidence wasn't there. She wasn't willing to see, well, what do I know? What can I do? We need our children to be bold, to be courageous, to be fearless. We cannot teach them these things if we ourselves are operating in a spirit of fear. So I have an amazing opportunity for all of you and all of your children. I am going to be hosting a free webinar for parents. We're leveling up our learning. It is going to be on Saturday, August 31st at 9 a.m. I am going to be posting a post with a link, and it is going to be all about how to support your children this school year. It does not matter the age of your child. They can be entering pre-K or kindergarten all the way up to the college level, and I want you to join this webinar. We are going to talk about what you can do as a parent to support your child, what your child might need at these levels, at the different levels, the independence that your child will need, and how you can help to navigate that. We're going to talk about building that fearlessness and that risk taking, and ways that we can help support that. So I want to encourage all of you to join this free webinar to support you as you go through this